the April 20th meeting of the Norwalk Fire Commission. We have a quorum with Commissioner DeStrouge, Commissioner Bentley. First item on the agenda, acceptance of the minutes of the regular meeting on March 16th, 2021. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Commissioner DeStrouge. Are there any corrections, deletions, omissions, additions?
I didn't see any.
No.
I have some, Mayor.
Okay,
The under staff on the first page, Deputy Fire Marshal is K McDonald, not A.
Ah,
And I think Lieutenant Brown does not want to be called firefighter anymore. So he should be lieutenant. And
okay,
also
Thank you, Chief.
Captain
You've earned that now,
Markowitz.
Pete.
What's that?
Said Pete's earned that by now.
And Captain Adam Markowitz is now Deputy Chief Adam Markowitz. And then on page 5, also should be Lieutenant Brown in 2 places on the first paragraph under local 830 report. And that's it for the corrections.
okay. Any other corrections? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the minutes as corrected?
aye.
Aye, motion carries unanimously. Thank you. There are no action items on the agenda. Next up is the Fire Chief's report. Chief Gatto.
Okay, so we are now 75% through the budget year. And we're actually doing a little bit better than I thought we would be at this time.
Mhm.
The firefighting account, which we spoke about last month, the difference between the wage and salary account and the firefighter overtime account. You can see the difference because of all the vacancies that we have right now.
Mhm.
The salary account is only at 69.8%, but the overtime is at 80%. But the good news is that overall, we're 72.8%, which is good.
Yes.
And the salary expenses, we still have $3.5 million. And we're averaging anywhere from 9 to $1 million a month, which I think we'll be able to transfer money from the salary account into the overtime expenses if we need to by the time we get to June. So I think the money's there. We're just gonna have to transfer it in. And
Yeah,
then we'll
keep
be
in
all right.
touch with Henry about that, Henry and Angela. And, if you need to transfer the money over, we can certainly do that at the next BET meeting, but have that discussion first and see if they want to wait until we reconcile the budget at the end of June.
Okay, so it's gotta go to the BET to do that?
Well, in order to transfer funds from the overtime account into, from the salary account into the overtime, yeah, that has to go before the BET.
Okay. All right,
It's not an issue because you do have a lot of vacancies and, there's also been the whole issue with COVID and people are, some of the people that are filling your allocation have been out for quarantine and so forth. So it won't be an issue.
okay. So, other than that, we're doing good on our budget.
Looking good.
Any questions from the commission?
No.
No.
Okay, thank you. So the next item on the agenda is Assistant Fire Chief of Administration, Assistant Chief Bassett.
Good afternoon, all.
Afternoon.
So just a short report working on the OSHA audit, but we had them come in voluntarily to look at compliance issues. So we just started that process and saw, which a lot of things we've already identified, that we got a lot of paperwork issues. So that's kind of what, putting some policies in place, putting some organizational statements in place for things that we do all the time. So those are things that we would get financially fined, we'd get fined on if they actually did a true inspection, or if there was a complaint against the department, they would actually put those in as violations. But now that we're working as on the voluntary basis with them, that kind of takes us off the grid, off the radar for a little bit, and gets us to get compliance. So that was a good meeting, and working toward that with a couple different officers to get that documentation in place. I wish I had a report for we just went through ISO, but his report's not done yet, which a lot of the things we identified in that process of where we had some weak links. One is definitely capturing the data. So trying to get some of the data out of Firehouse, as great as it is, that we have a lot of information in there, just trying to organize it for those organizations, OSHA and ISO, was a little difficult. So hopefully moving forward in the next year on the new software, those are things that we identified and we'll be able to address once the new software goes in place, as Firehouse is starting to wind down its service life. So that's kind of where we are now. Working on those finished up the one audit and starting the other one with OSHA.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I just
Thank-
want to clarify, the reason why we decided to bring OSHA in voluntarily is because I heard that they were going around to different fire departments unannounced. And if they do that and come knocking on your door and they find some issues, your potential for a fine, versus if you ask for a voluntary compliance, they'll come in and they will not fine you. So we'd rather be proactive than to have to face a bill from somebody.
No, it makes a lot of sense, and it shows that you're willing to have somebody come in with different eyes and, go over your operation. That's always a good thing, especially if they can fine you, but they won't because you're cooperating with them. So.
Yeah, well, and that chief is absolutely right what was going on, but just a heads up, and we probably should bring it up at, this is municipality based, not just fire department based. So they can actually walk into DPW, PD, Parks and Recs, you name it, and start handing out violations. So once the fire department's done and we get our ducks in a row, then we'll turn them loose for audits on everybody else. But yeah, so these are just the people that focus on municipalities.
Okay.
Yep.
Any questions from the commissioners?
No.
Thanks for thinking ahead, though. Appreciate it.
That's good.
Good. Okay, next is the Assistant Fire Chief of Operations, Assistant Chief McCabe.
Hey, good afternoon. We're continuing to work on the entry-level firefighter test. Our online application, our recruitment efforts have been live for some time now. And firefighter app is reporting that we have so far 824 applications filed for the test. And they are reporting that the demographic on that is over 100 Norwalk residents, 27 women, and about 35% minority. So I think our recruiting efforts have been successful so far, and then we will continue through the next month until applications close to continue to get out there and spread the word about the test. One of the things that we did in this past week was to participate in the Norwalk High School Job Fair. So this was a Zoom event where we got on and talked to Norwalk High School seniors, those who are planning on entering the workforce, and explained what the career of being a firefighter was like and how they could go about going through the application process and answering their questions. We'll also be doing a town hall style Zoom tomorrow night for anyone in the community that has questions about the test and questions about a career in firefighting. And we'll have several of our firefighters who have participated in the job analysis will be there with us to walk them through the testing process, what it entails, and then to answer any questions they have regarding the test or regarding the career. So we're just continuing to get out there as much as we can and to generate interest in the job.
Great job.
Moving on, the effort to get our oldest sets of turnout gear, those that are over 10 years old, off the line and replaced is continuing. We're putting in another order next week, and that's to keep us in compliance with NFPA 1851 for firefighting protective gear. I've also been meeting with the Cpr Association, Norwalk Police, and other city agency heads to prepare for the Christmas light show down at Calf Pasture Beach, and plans for that are coming along. Tomorrow we'll have a meeting with the shift commanders, and we'll be discussing a couple SOPs that have been under revision, namely modification of highway responses to improve on-scene safety and RIT team and Mayday procedures. So those should get wrapped up tomorrow at the staff meeting, and we'll keep moving forward with those. As far as calls for the month of March, we had 577 calls, averaging 18.6 a day. We had 22 fires, 35 rescues, 330 EMS calls, 31 hazardous conditions, 17 public assist, 39 good intent, and 101 fire alarms. And our cumulative statistics to date, we've got 1,542 incidents, 2,418 runs, and 4 structure fires. And as you can see, we're pretty much on par with where we were in 2020. Not a lot of fluctuation there.
Thank you for that.
As far as notable incidents, we had 2 working structure fires. We had one on Orchard Hill Court on March 19th and one on Live Oak Road on March 28th. And the firefighters did a great job of limiting fire damage to those 2 houses. Also of note is the incident commanders utilized the chief's aid and the fireground radio channel at these 2 fires. And these are both tactics that were emphasized in DC Markowitz's department training in these past few months. So it was good to see that training being utilized in the field and in action. We also had one smaller fire on Charles Street and a mutual aid fire response to New Canaan. Other notable incidents, we had a vehicle fire, compactor fire behind Lowe's, a police assist rescue, and brush fire on Oyster Shell Park, which I think we discussed last time. It had just happened, that was extinguished by the fireboat. So I'll take any questions on any of those reports.
No.
Nope.
No.
Very impressed always.
Good. Very
Thank you.
good. Yeah. Good job.
I read the reports when they're sent out in reference to a working fire and the rescues of the Marine Division. You guys are doing a great job as always, and it's appreciated. You know, a lot of times the public doesn't know a lot of things that you actually do on a day-to-day basis, but believe me, the commission does. And whenever we're out in the public and we can sing your praises, we do. So again, thanks for all you do, and looking forward to the recruitment practice and policies, and see how we can bring you back up to strength again, so that you can relax a little, I guess.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank
Thank
you.
you.
Invite tomorrow's town hall meeting.
I'm sorry?
Thank you for the invite to tomorrow's town hall meeting.
Meeting.
Yeah, that could be rather
Absolutely.
interesting. Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, we're hoping for a good turnout.
Yeah.
I might have missed it because I had to get a call that was coming in, and I had to kind of let them know I'd call back, but it was an important call. How many applicants do we have now? Did you mention that?
Yes, as of this morning, we had 824 applications
nice.
filed.
And the breakdown is good.
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
yeah. I think it shows that the recruiting effort, both online and locally, has done well, and we've been getting the response we were looking for.
Gee, is there re-registration for your town hall meeting tomorrow?
Yes,
No.
I think it's on the City Hall website. Michelle, is that correct?
Yeah.
You don't have to register. It just,
Oh, okay,
you're able to
Click on a
just jump
link.
on in.
So it's just a link. Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Do we know how many people have registered thus far?
No, they didn't have to register.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't offhand. I know that we've been getting the word out locally about the town hall, and also a note was sent to all of the people who have already filed applications. So if they have questions about the testing process, they'll be able to log on and see what it's all about.
Great, great. Okay, next is the fire marshal's report.
Mayor, can we postpone him for a few minutes? He's trying to get on right now.
Okay, so let's go to emergency management. Ms. DeLuca.
Great, thank you. So just a few things. The food program does continue at the beach, and we'll stay there with food bank, food share, probably until Parks and Rec makes a decision to move us back to Vets Park. And then the USDA Farm to Family program has been extended one more month. So we are going to get a trailer specifically for Norwalk. And that'll be about 1,300 boxes. And we'll work with Cornerstone Church again to get those distributed to the agencies. After that, we expect the USDA to revamp the program. So I don't think we'll see those boxes again under this current administration. They tend to focus more on programs that allows the families to go shopping versus distribution programs like this. So I do expect the boxes will stop. Working with Parks and Rec or DPW, we have planned a hurricane exercise for June 9th, sometime in the morning, and that may be an in-person / Zoom hybrid, recognizing that folks may not be comfortable yet coming back, and then we'll have it in the EOC and then again have a Zoom option for those who are interested. We also spoke to police, EMS, DPW this morning about doing the open house again in 2021. That's always been a great event for all of us, focusing on public safety. So assuming that the numbers don't increase at all and again, stay where they are and more things open in the next couple months, we are shooting for or hoping for a September 25th date for the open house. Again, fingers crossed, but at least again, we all seem to be in agreement that we do want to try to at least go forward with that one for 2021. And then finally, working with the Red Cross on 2 programs that are youth focused for the start of hurricane season. So one is their pillowcase project, which is, oops, I'm not sure you can see it, where students get a
You
pillowcase.
can hold it up.
Pardon me?
Hold it up.
Okay, let's see. So this is the older Disney version.
You're making yourself disappear. That's quite a magical trick. I didn't know
With
you
the
had
virtual
that.
background, I just realized that. And then the second is a pillowcase or Peter the Penguin, which you may be able to see. So again, that's a backpack that we'll work on with the little ones. So the pillowcase is for grades 4 and 5. The Penguin is grades, I think, K to 3. And the hope is to give them glow sticks, some Band-Aids, the books and some other supplies, and then using Zoom or again, ideally in person, Nasia from the Red Cross will do a series of programs for families for those age groups. So again, different, and the idea is that the kids can then add to their pillowcases or the Penguin some additional disaster supplies with the idea that they have their own little go bag in case they need it.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions from the commission?
No?
Great job.
Yeah, as when you mentioned about the open house and other events, at the Common Council meeting and at the Traffic Authority, when we get asked about an event, we always qualify it by saying, you know, if the situation is such that we can conduct it safely and it's still within the guidelines. Right now, we're dealing with determining, excuse me, we're looking at determining what we're going to do about the Memorial Day Parade, the fireworks, et cetera. And hold on one sec. Yeah, that wasn't good.
Bless you.
Bless you.
The fireworks, you know, we have a bunch of things coming up, and we recognize that people want to get back to some degree of normal, whatever that is, the new normal that we'll be living with. But we're going to be trying to accommodate whatever we can. The governor has announced that all restrictions are pretty much off as of May 19th. May 1st, some of the restaurants will be able to stay open later. Restaurants will be able to serve alcohol without serving food, and so forth. So it's all still up in the air. But you know, we're trying to make the decisions that we feel are in keeping with having a safe community, safe event, and making sure that we don't have a super spreader event. And it certainly could happen because we're looking at the variants that we're seeing. The B.1.1.7 variant from the UK is now the dominant variant in the United States, or the dominant strain. So we want to make sure that we don't take our foot off the gas pedal now after we've sacrificed so much over the past 13 months. So, and also tomorrow, since you're mentioning, Michelle, about the food and about vaccine clinics, we're having a volunteer appreciation event. The week of the 17th and beyond to the 24th, I believe, is Volunteer Appreciation Week across the country. And certainly it's an appropriate time to recognize all the people that have been volunteering thousands and thousands of hours at our vaccine clinics, food distribution points, and so forth. So who's ever around and you want to join us, feel free. And it'll be an event to at least say thank you to the people that who are keeping us safe. So okay, training division report.
No. Fire
Yep.
marshal.
No, well, the fire marshal's not on yet, is he?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so let's move on to training division report.
All right, good afternoon. So we completed over the last month search and rescue training for the entire department. All the companies came up to Station 2 and completed several evolutions in the training area. It's something that we're going to continue to do in the near future. We replaced 10 of our cold water rescue suits with 10 new ones, and basically what they are, they're cold water rescue suits. I attached a picture. They allow us to operate in cold water / ice rescue. So when we did the ice rescue training a couple of months ago, those yellow suits that we were wearing, they were anywhere from 12 to 19 years old. Most of them leaked, so we were able to replace all of those. With the help of Assistant Chief Bassett, we have started and completed the blood draw for the department physicals, as well as started the department physicals. And on that note, we also started, with the help of Chief Bassett, Cpr Recertification for the entire department, which takes place on Fridays. So I believe we have this Friday and next Friday will be the next 2 Fridays, and after that we'll be done. And then the final thing is we completed officer training for the lieutenants and captains. We had a outside person come in, a retired deputy chief from a department in New Jersey, and conducted officer training for the entire department, all 4 shifts, lieutenants and captains. And that is it.
Okay,
Hey, thanks for attaching those pictures.
Yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. I'm sure, and I think, not sure if we mentioned this before, but as some of the training programs are being conducted, especially the ones that are kind of an active training program, such as search and rescue and evacuation from buildings and things, the commission would probably be very interested in something like that to become an observer, just so they can truly get a clear picture of how dangerous some of these things can be and how the training is preparing firefighters to protect themselves and protect each other. So
Yeah.
it'd be nice to see that. So
Yeah.
if you could, perhaps.
Yeah, we'll do that in the future. Great, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Local 830, Lieutenant Brown.
For you, Mr. Mayor, Commissioners, Local 830 has nothing new to report this month. Thank you.
Yeah,
On the agenda, it talks about your golf outing.
the date is wrong in the agenda. It's not June 7th, so you might want to clarify that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I think if that date got passed along last month by me, if that was incorrect. I believe our golf outing is taking place on Monday, May 17th at Oak Hills. And obviously, as I think I mentioned last month, we would be honored if the commission could join us for breakfast at the course in the morning, or join us for the tournament, or lunch afterwards at O'Neill's. So directly after golf, we will be going to O'Neill's for a late lunch. So if anyone's available for any part of it, we'd love to have you.
I thank you for the invitation, but I'll take the rain checks. I'll be in Greece.
I think I'd much rather be in Greece than playing golf at Oak Hills, but
Thanks.
maybe
I don't
maybe next
know.
year.
If he has to get permission to be out on the
I'll see
street,
if
I don't
can get
know.
a babysitter.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's got to get permission to be out on the street. I think I'd rather be on the golf course.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'll wait till next year to go to Greece then.
Any questions for Local 830? Okay, under old business, the update on building repairs.
All right, so the latest with the Station 1 Broad River situation is we are working with Corporation Counsel, the architect, and the surety's agent to rectify the work that was not finished. There was a walkthrough this morning with a potential new contractor to finish the project, and we're waiting to hear what he has to say about that. The revealing of the plaque at Station 5, which we had done in the winter, which we said we're going to do in the spring. Lefty and the guys from Station 5 today just planted flowers all around it. So I'm looking at maybe the first week in May to have this ceremony. Commissioner, I know you won't be there, but you'll be there in spirit.
Yes.
But I will send out notices to everybody when we have that nailed down.
And perhaps we can Zoom Commissioner DeStruge
Yeah.
in if there's a possibility.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be nice. I did take a look down there. Really, it did a great job. It's really well done. It really dresses up Station 5 nicely too, by the way. So kudos to whoever did the work. Okay, I see that Fire Marshal Sawyer has joined us. Welcome back.
Hey.
So we're ready for the Fire Marshal's report.
Sorry, that.
Maybe-
Roderick, unmute yourself.
Can you hear me, guys?
Now we
Now
can.
we can.
Okay. Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
Okay. Run that report for you. We had 207 inspections. 82 various notifications for inspections, 2 pub ed events, 40 plan reviews, 9 liquor license inspections, and it was a total of $3,085. We also had 8 fires, 5 code issues, basically 13 total from our division for investigations. And that is it. I also put in information on the fireworks permitting process. I have an ordinance meeting tonight at 7, and I'll be able to have more information for you on that next month.
Yes, we have until, I believe, and it's coming up way too quickly, May 1st, in order to make a decision relative to the fireworks. It's my
Okay.
understanding that several of the surrounding towns have canceled their fireworks because the fireworks displays tend to create or attract a lot of people. Also, any city or town that is planning on having fireworks with all the other ones canceled may see a larger crowd trying to attend. So we really have to take a hard look at that. And I think we'd rather err on the side of caution, but we are looking at that right now to determine how we're going to proceed.
Your Honor, what the permitting would be for the small stores that sell the fireworks.
Yeah.
Recently, the state fire marshal, any store that sells consumer fireworks is now an annual inspection, whereas before it used to be every 3 years.
Okay.
I had a situation last year, small store, sold to 14-year-olds. And that's kind of where I'm going with this, just for those small stores.
Yep.
So we do have time.
Good. Oh, yeah, yeah. I thought you were referring to the city fireworks,
Yes.
Which I know you're a part of that as well.
The big show. That was a bad idea, putting it in the harbor, way too close to folks. But I'm
Yeah,
glad.
I know. And it also could become a navigational hazard. We determined that.
Right.
So it's not really a good idea. And there's very little that can be done to control any of the crowds. We certainly can't have, 10 to 15,000 people down at the beach, others at Vets Park, others gathering up on All Saints on West Rocks Road or West Rocks School, to get a good view of the fireworks. So it's going to be a tough decision, but we're going to have to make that rather soon.
Yeah, well, I'm working toward it. If not this year for the small mercantile stores, we can get it next year.
Okay.
And we'll do the best we can. And I'm also a new grandfather. I have a grandson.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right.
First one.
You don't look old enough.
I definitely don't.
The question is, do you feel old enough?
I don't know. 64 came way too quick.
64?
Yeah, I'm spring
Wow.
chicken. Spring chicken.
You're a young kid.
I thought you were in your 40s, Brad.
Oh, thank you. 60 is a new 40.
Mr.
Yeah.
Sawyer, you're just a youngster to me.
There you go.
I can only hope
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can only hope I'm doing as well in the next few years as you guys are doing. That's for sure. Old timers. Bell Doc Popper.
Yeah. Any questions from the commission?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. No.
The only que-
Mayor, I just want to add that our newest inspector, Edgar Lopez, he completed his fire investigation module. He's now on to his fire code inspection module. And by mid-June, he should be 100% certified.
Will that bring you up to full strength in the fire marshal's office now?
Yes.
All right, because we probably want to have a meeting to update me on the inspections and what you might need to make sure that we stay caught up.
Okay.
Part-time inspectors.
Sorry?
Can I just comment? Can I just comment on Broderick's ordinance? And this is big, him going to ordinance on these fireworks, because we're getting a lot of pushback at the state level, they're really trying to make fireworks legal in Connecticut. So we can use everybody's support with our legislators to really push the importance of not allowing that. They're really looking at it for a revenue source. And if we could get ahead of this as a city ordinance, that'll be huge for if the state ends up somehow allowing fireworks sales in the state. And this is above and beyond, and correct me if I'm wrong, Broderick, but this is above and beyond fountains. This is back to your M80s and Roman
Exactly.
candles and everything. So
Exactly.
this is big to stay in front of.
Aerial, the stuff that it's crazy, and we
Yeah.
have to have some type of control. And I think this is a good move to do this.
I just got notification of interest, national interest. The jury has reached a decision in the Derek Chauvin case. It will be read imminently. They have not announced that decision yet. Just wanted to let everybody know that. The other thing with the fireworks, legalization of certain fireworks. I mean, I get numerous complaints about fireworks being discharged in the city now. Noise complaints, scaring animals, scaring children. We certainly can count on my support to ask them to rethink that statute.
Much appreciated.
Any other questions for Fire Marshal Sawyer?
No.
No, thank you.
There's no
Welcome.
new business.
Thank you.
And thank you. Correspondence, Chief?
Okay, there's 3 letters that were attached, and the first one, I just quickly, is from this Martha Spiegel, she handles all the Zoom calls for STAR organization. She had emailed and wanted to know if it was possible that the fire department could set up a virtual tour for the STAR participants. And I turned that over to Assistant Chief McCabe, and he's going to speak on that real quick.
Yeah, the STAR had reached out, as the chief said, and they have a lot of their residents who were interested in a tour of the fire department. So we set up a virtual tour. So I was able to Zoom into them, and we had over 50 participants Zoom in, and we gave them a tour with the help of firefighter Catherine McCary and firefighter Dave Rodriguez. Gave them a tour just as we would when a group of people would visit the firehouse in person. So we walked them through, we showed them the various pieces of equipment, we put the gear on for them and answered a lot of their questions. It was a really fun event and unique for us as well. Really the first time that we had done something like that. So it was a success, and they were very grateful.
That is wonderful. The clients at STAR are some wonderful, wonderful
Yeah.
people. And they do such great work at STAR. I am sure you've whet their appetite, and you're going to get a request for a personal tour, an in-person tour, when all these things calm down. So thank you.
Absolutely. We'd be happy to.
Anything else, Chief?
Okay, another thank you letter came from Jeffrey Greenblatt, who's the program director, Connecticut Counseling Centers, 20 North Main Street. Just wanted to thank us because Fire Inspector Dave Burrows, along with Edgar Lopez, they went out there, inspected their facility, and they're just prompt professional service, and he wanted to thank us for that.
Great job. Congratulations. Thank you.
The last one is a thank you from the Luzenak family. We had a house fire on 4 Live Oak Road back in March 28th, around 10 o'clock in the morning. They were very appreciative that we got there quickly, and we prevented the fire from spreading to the entire house. So they just wanted to say thank you to us for that.
Good.
That's it for the thank yous.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else on the agenda except the executive session update on personnel. Am I correct?
Yes.
Do we have a separate link for that?
You
we
should.
do-
Yeah.
This is Anthony over from IT. I resent everybody the link for the executive session. So I will leave the public session open. You guys can leave
Yes.
and join the private link. And then I'll keep this one open when you guys come back.
Okay,
Okay, so
Well,
I will
thank you,
need a
guys.
motion to go into executive session for an update on fire personnel.
So move.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye, motion carries. We'll see you soon.
Chief, do you need anyone from Local 830 to participate in
you.
executive
If
session?
you want to, you can, it's up to you, Pete.
Do you want me to stay or go? It's Sharon Saltos with the secretarial.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to go, unfortunately.
Not a problem.
I'll email you. There won't be any motions or anything, but I'll give you the times tomorrow.
All right, not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are back in public session. The time is 16:12 or 4:12, actually 13. During the executive session, no motions were made and no votes were taken. Do I have a motion
Move
Motion
to
to adjourn.
in unison?
Yeah.
The harmony was absolutely beautiful. Okay, a motion to adjourn at 4:13 PM. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Take
Commissioner, have a
care,
safe trip.
Have a
Thank
nice
you.
trip.
Have fun in Greece.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Have
We will
fun in
fly.
Greece and stay
I-
off the street.
I just
Yeah.
saw notification that Greece opened up and they're relaxing their
Yeah.
quarantine. So very good.
I'm looking to see if I have to get another meeting and I'm trying to see my TV over there to see if they're talking about the Derek Chauvin.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They're announcing it between 3:30 and 4.
Well, it's after that
They're
now.
late.
Is it now? Oh,
They're late. Okay.
all
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
all right. Take
Yeah.
care, folks.